Hey, what's up? Hello, my name is Asia, and so today I'm going to be talking about two conspiracy theories, mostly about how things are being covered up. One is about a company and one is about the government. So the first big conspiracy theory that I want to talk about is surrounding mattress stores and the number of them. So for example, near Triangle Town Center, which is in Raleigh, there are around 10 different mattress stores within a 2-mile radius, and many people have posted similar things about how many mattress stores are near them on the internet, but they always seem to be empty, which is very confusing of why there is so many. So to put into perspective, there are actually 10,000 mattress stores in the US and 14,000 Starbucks stores. And though it's really weird that those numbers are so close, because people buy coffee every single day. Like, you buy a new mattress maybe every 10 years or something like that, so there's not as much of a demand for mattress stores. And the big mattress store that seems to have a lot of stores is Mattress Firm. So the main theory is that Mattress Store, specifically Mattress Firm, is involved in a money laundering scheme. So Mattress Firm in particular might be actually using the proximity of their stores as a business strategy. So Mattress Firm is eventually trying to be your first choice when buying a mattress by being your only choice. So they overpopulate many areas so that they are the first place that you think of when you think of buying a mattress. So over the last decade, the business has been buying out regional chain after chain of mattress sellers to basically create a monopoly of mattress stores. Apparently, it doesn't actually cost that much to pay for a place to sell the mattresses and to pay staff. After Mattress Firm bought Sleepy's in 2015, they controlled more than 25% of mattress sales in the country, and they are selling $1,000 to $2,000 mattresses, so they're able to operate by only selling like 100 mattresses a month per store, and a store only sells a couple mattresses a week, and while this barely sustains them, there is enough money for them to barely continue running. So there are a lot of conspiracy theories that believe that the company filed for bankruptcy protection in October, but since then they have emerged from bankruptcy. So they have been having financial issues as they filed for bankruptcy, but that doesn't mean that they're particularly into money laundering, but there is some big evidence for this money laundering scheme. So there has a lot of evidence surrounding of why people think that they're involved in money laundering, but this one I've never really heard talked about before, and that is related to Mattress Firm's parent company, Steinhoff International. So Steinhoff is currently the subject of a massive criminal investigation that isn't really money laundering, but it definitely relates. So Steinhoff was one of the biggest companies in the stock exchange in South Africa, and they employed more than 50,000 people in South Africa alone, where the company is based. And nobody really looked into the company much until Marcus Joost, the former CEO, resigned out of the blue in December 2017. And it turns out that Steinhoff, under the CEO, may have been pushing some financial irregularities under the rug for years. So South African police are now looking at alleged fraud. The company is accused of many years of financial fraud. While authorities investigate the company itself has also hired auditors to look into the apparent fraud. We still don't know the full extent of what happened. Steinhoff and Mattress Firm connected back in August 2016. Steinhoff bought Mattress Firm for $2.4 billion, which is more than twice what Steinhoff was worth, which isn't a really smart business move, so many people question the motive behind them buying Mattress Firm. So whether Mattress Firm specifically Mattress Firm stores are involved in money laundering is unknown, but the amount of stores and the small distance in between them, and the fact that it would be so easy to hide money in these stores, is very suspicious. The next conspiracy theory is about the George Bush administration. So the Bush era is one that is under constant ridicule even today. So one of the big questions people wonder is if Britney Spears is an off-the-book employee of the Bush administration. So that, I know that sounds a little weird, but it actually makes a little bit of sense. So people believe that whenever the president is facing a public relations issue, like something that's very controversial, Britney Spears would distract the public by having a conveniently timed meltdown, thereby ensuring that her name always stays atop CNN's top stories, rather what's happening with Bush. So the major event that spurred this theory is that the singer snuck out of rehab and shaved her head just as Bush was announcing the reformation of Al-Qaeda, a particularly controversial topic. So this got people looking into the timeline of both the pop star and the political figure and connecting the dots, but before then people didn't really realize what was going on. So I'm just going to run through some of the events that make people believe this. So in 2004, Scooter Libby, a top-tier Bush official, was indicted and going to trial. So a week before United States vs. Libby was to start, Britney married her childhood friend Jason Alexander in Las Vegas, and 55 hours later, they annulled their marriage. In April 2006, Bush's approval rating was at an all-time low, about 38%. At the same time that this was going on, Britney is seen driving with her infant son in her lap rather than in a car seat. So people stopped talking about the president and everything negative surrounding him and their opinions surrounding him, and engaged in endless debates about lap/infant protocol instead. So another event is Attorney General Alberto Gonzales admits that mistakes were made when firing 8 U.S. attorneys who didn't seem loyal enough to the Bush administration in 2007. But the same day that happened, a story is leaked about Britney in rehab and an affair going on in rehab. So lastly, on November 6, 2007, Britney Spears and her husband, Kevin Federline, announced they were splitting up the day before a vital midterm election that would decide if the Republicans would lose seats in Congress. So then after that, Britney drama basically dries up around the 2008 election, just as Bush was heading out of office. So there are some events that are a lot less significant than those ones were, but you can see that they kind of correlate a little bit, which is very convenient, especially for at least 4 big events of a presidency. It's just a little bit strange. And then when it starts to dry up once he's heading out of office, because he can't even run again, it just seems a bit weird. So that's the main reason why people think that Britney was being paid by the Bush administration to basically make the public not pay attention to what's actually going on. So these are 2 examples of just how people can cover things up. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I will catch you with my next beat.